Yello Internet, my name is RK Angel, and welcome back to another episode of Ori and the Blind Forest. We stopped outside of the Forlorn Ruins last episode, and so it is now time to do the second dungeon of the game, technically, if I'm not mistaken. I have quite a bit to talk about this episode, so you're gonna have to bear with me, but there is some talking stuff, like, right in here, I think. Forlorn Ruins. Here's where the Gumon live. They build miraculous structures and infuse them with the light of the spirit tree, which keeps them safe. Oh no. These Gumon were frozen, unable to escape. When the element of winds lost its light, these ruins must have turned into their grave. Gumon were crafty inventors. They had foreseen a bright future that never came. Look at this light vessel. They were able to store the light of the spirit tree within. Alright, so this dungeon is pretty cool. I'll come show off the specific of it over here really quick. So this light orb allows me to walk on walls. It's a bit difficult to get a handle on, so I'm probably gonna actually die a lot this episode. I'm anticipating it, mostly just because the way that it works is, so I'm still pressing right. The controls do not follow me. I'm still pushing right. So it's a bit confusing for me to do this section, because the controller stays the same the whole time. So, but yeah, I have quite a few things to talk about this episode while we're doing this dungeon, because as I mentioned last episode and a couple episodes before that, this is my favorite section of the game, lore-wise. I'd say gameplay-wise, actually, it's a little bit more frustrating than anything. As far as I remember. But I'm gonna do my best to get through and talk at the same time, just because I do have quite a bit that I want to discuss. And it's mostly just like, it's like lore stuff that I want to talk about. It's nothing like, oh god, the channel is dying. It's nothing like that. So, yeah, let me get up here and save, and then I will get started on that. Actually, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna get over to the map. Fuck me, dude. Because I think there's a map stone in front of us in here, which is kind of weird, because there's not really, that's not usually something. I'm gonna fucking kill this spider. Yeah, hold the fuck on. Fuck you. So we're here. This is where the music changes. Yeah, this place is really cool. Like the fiery, heated aspects of the level can, like, it, fuck. It goes well with the like the icy, frozen aesthetic of everything. These little bits of warmth are actually like the most dangerous things here. I like that. Also, the way that the like wind flows or blows like the heat off of them is really cool. Like I said, I'm gonna struggle through this section. I think I've died here like 9 or 10 times already. I'm having a hard time already. I knew this section was gonna be hard. It doesn't mean I like it any less. It just means it's very difficult for me. Because trying to, because they've basically taken all your abilities away from you. And you're slower. And they fucked up the controls, too. They didn't fuck them up. They just changed them up so it's more confusing than it was before. Because of the inversion that happens naturally as you're walking. But the puzzles are fun. We'll get this one. Okay, and now I'm gonna save. There's a map stone up ahead of us, I'm fairly certain, which is why I still have the map. Because there's not a map in this section here, but it does appear like there's going to be. Anyway, so the thing that I kind of wanted to talk about, it's gonna take me a second to get there, but I wanted to talk about the music of this level. Because I was thinking about it in between episodes, especially like sitting outside. Specifically the music when you're sitting right there. That piano, the like 5 or 6 notes right there. But I wanted to build up to the reason and like some details that I've been like, because I write stuff down in between episodes to talk about like little things that I noticed and I wanted to expand upon. And there were a couple things that just kind of all blended together really well. So I wanted to talk about those before a little bit before I get to that point to talk about that. And we're gonna be here a while, so I figured it's a good time to do so. So basically what I wanted to start off with was a question. And the question was, what is the timeline of this game? And there's plenty of stuff that happened before the game started, like before anything in the past of the game. Oh, there's the map. Right, there's the map. There's plenty of stuff that happened before the game started that are interesting to question. Like what happened to Nehru's people, the ones that were living down in Lost Grove, and the other. Because it's Blackroot, something else, and then Lost Grove. And those are the 3 areas, I think. Because I feel like you get a different name when you get down into that, like, watery, pretty area. But, down there, yeah, there's a whole ass city down there. There's a whole fucking city down there. And, like the Gumon here. Statues and homes and architecture. And it looked like there was a whole bunch of people living down there. But when we see, like, when Nehru and her father were the only ones left when we were seeing those cutscenes. So I'm wondering what happened to those people, because there definitely was, like, a whole something down there. And the other thing is there's the sealed doors, like stuff that happened before the game started. Which I went in depth about that way back in episode 2. I wasn't actually sure at that point what the Days of Decay were, just because the way that Sign described them confused me. But now at this point, I'm fairly certain the Days of Decay. I'm sure that the Days of Decay are simply the time period after the forest is blunted, after Sign's removal from the Spirit Tree. But since they're from those doors, since they're from before that point, that means that there was some threat to the forest that required protection from, even before Ori was lost. Oh, I almost didn't make that. The events of the game were purely bad coincidences lining up that led to a massive tragedy. But there was some sort of concrete threat to the forest beforehand, which begs the question of what could have called for such protection. As we get closer to the end of the game, I'm getting more excited, to play Will-o'-the-Wisps, because I'm wondering if any of these questions will be answered. Oh, I need to go here. Oops. Oopsie. Yeah, there's another Gumon in their house. But anyway, that's all stuff that happened before. This game's story started It truly started with the Great Storm and the Spirit Tree losing Ori to the Great Storm and Nehru adopting him. So I'm wondering, how long were they living together? Their home looks lived in. They clearly care about each other a great deal. Oh, I almost made that. So there's been time for that relationship to like grow and the bonds to grow, you know, between the two. Remind me to make a save point up here this time. And they built that whole ass bridge back in the first episode at the very beginning of the game. Although the way that that was like shown, those cutscenes, kind of made it seem like they did that in a day and a night. So maybe they just did it in one 24-hour cycle, which means that immediately after building the bridge, the Spirit Tree called out to Ori. So, but they were living together for some time, like regardless of how long it was between Ori being lost and the light ceremony. There was a significant amount of time, like it was at least a good amount of time passed. So how long did the Spirit Tree wait to call Ori back to him? And also why? Oops. You know what, that's fair. If Ori had been living happily with Nehru for like such a long time, why did the tree suddenly go looking for him? Why did the Spirit Tree suddenly start calling to him that night? If he'd been gone for so long, why hold a light ceremony? Because that's what I'm assuming that's what the light ceremony was. It wasn't really explained what the light ceremony was. It was just like, ah, yeah, we held a light ceremony, and then Kuro fucked everything up. But why? Why that night? I guess it wouldn't have mattered if it was that night or, you know, later, but it's like, what was the point? This is mostly me. I mean, this is important because the light ceremony is what caused everything to happen. Shit. The light ceremony was basically the trigger for all of this. But it was caused by Ori being lost to the storm, but the light ceremony is what set all of this off. It's what caused the blinding of the forest. It's what caused all of the elements to fail. So yeah, I'm wonder why he did that. And I know that this is mostly just me being like a stickler for dates, because I enjoy that kind of stuff, trying to figure things like that out, like when and what. But it's not as important as the other one that I kind of want to ask, which is related back to the Gumon thing that I'm trying to figure out. So this is just for fun for me. I just like trying to figure stuff like that out. Oh, speaking of that, the first episode, real quick, as in like a little aside, I went back and watched, okay, so during that first episode, I paused for a second during that cut, like that little thing where Ori's running back, because I thought I heard the Spirit Tree calling out to Ori, and it turns out it did. I'm not 100% sure if it was if it was the Spirit Tree saying Ori's name, but like at I wrote it down, from 5:53 to 5:55, I did hear something, and I also went back and watched it again, and I heard the same sound a few seconds later. So I'm not 100% sure if that's what it was, but if it was, that is a super cool detail that I like a lot. That they actually, like, he actually called out to Ori in the that would just be a cool detail. Anyway, back on track. The light ceremony was the thing that popped off all the bad shit. Like I said, string of bad coincidences that lined up and led to tragedy. Personally, I think that string maybe extends a little bit farther past even the Great Storm, but that's something that I also hope is, hope that's going to be explained in Will-O-Wisps, because I'm super excited about Anyway, Sign. Sign was taken by Kuro. Sign, who I'm now understanding is the light, was the eye of the spirit tree. She says that outright when we meet her, but I think I asked about it way back before the Spider's Den or Gizzo's Tree, not sure. Like in episode 3, I had just forgotten, but that's hence the blinding part. So she got yoinked, you know, she got yoinked out of the tree and yeeted, dispensed far away, and that is presumably when the forest began to die. That's when the days of decay started. How long has it been since that night? The night the forest was blinded. He's not paying attention. The night the forest was blinded, and the beginning of the game. And I ask because it raises some important questions about the Gumon to me specifically, but I'll get to that in a minute because I do have a little bit more I want to talk about before I get to, I think it's right below. Technically, yes, it was right below. Yeah, I forgot that one back at the beginning. That's I need that. Anyway, I'm not sure. I don't know how long it took, because it can't have been a short amount of time. It doesn't feel like it could be a short amount of time to me, because the water, all the water had to go bad, and the trees had to die completely, and by the beginning of the game, Mount Horu has started to become active again. Although that's the thing that, like, confuses me, because Mount Horu, slowly became active again. We've been running around for, like, a day, and the volcano is already, like, on the verge of exploding. So, I don't know. I don't know how long it took. But, yeah, I always assumed it'd been a couple years. Like, all the Oris died during this time, and their trees grew, and Atsu's torch probably faded during this time, because the spirit tree wasn't there to, support it anymore. Hold on. Oh, fuck. Shit. Fuck. Yeah, but, like, the torch faded, but, and monsters started moving in, or they got infected. I'm not actually sure what the evil of the game is. I say in quotation marks. And maybe I'll talk about that in a different episode, because I do kind of want to talk about what I think the evil is. I think I talked about it in a different episode where I was like, what is it? It's a goo or something, but that was a long time ago, and we've played more games since this point, so I maybe probably talk about that. But the point is, none of it could have happened overnight, you know? It wasn't a one-night thing, and they suddenly started starving, and all the food, you know? It didn't happen right away. Or at least, I don't think most of it happened right away. Fuck. Fuck me, god damn it. It takes so long for it to go back and come... I can't dash. Because, like, it literally takes... I took a sip of my soda at the wrong time. This dungeon basically takes all your abilities from you without, like, actually taking your abilities from you. Because you can't do anything with the ball. I can jump, and that's it. And it's not... I mean, it is a little frustrating, because it's kind of confusing, is what it is, not being able to... Oh, and I don't have a save thing. So I just gotta fucking do this and hope. Oh, fuck me. Oh my god. I got confused again. Son of a bitch! Okay, that took too long. That was supposed to be like the first one that I grabbed and I could not get it. Yeah, so, the evil. Oh, Sign! Yeah, so Sign was just lying there after Kuro crushed her the whole time. Like, however, it doesn't matter how long it was, she was lying there the whole time, dormant. Fuck. Oh, pulling back to my question, like, several episodes ago. I'm calling back to a bunch of episodes. Because I'm kind of tying everything together at this point and, like, asking different ones. But I asked if Ori is the spirit tree now. And I wonder if that's maybe why she woke back up after, like, so long of not waking up is because maybe Ori's power, the newly granted power of the spirit tree, maybe that's what woke her up. So, I don't know. I can't save, so I have to hope that I don't fucking die in this section again, because otherwise I have to go all the way back up here. There we go. So there's a bit of a cutscene here, I think. This looks like a room with something in it that I have to deal with. Oh, hi Gumo! That was weird. Oh, because maybe we opened the door. Sweet. Oh, this looks kind of like, Atsu's torch, a little bit. Like, that rock looks like the same kind of thing. This shrine must have powered all they had built. Look at it now! Look what it did. Oh shit. He didn't know. I forgot about that. I forgot about that detail, that he did not know. I wonder if Gumo knows of their fate. I hope he can forgive us, that we live and they are gone. Okay, wow. That makes this so much worse that he didn't know. That means he's probably the last one, I think. If I remember correctly. That sounds like something that happens. Anyway, moving on from that. All of this, all of that, everything that I talked about, I should just jumped into that like an idiot. To talk about the Gumon, the Forlorn Ruins, and the music. I'm not sure if I've actually ever talked about this. But I know, like, I know I'll remember that I have now for sure, because whenever I have talked about this, this is the place that I remember. This is the one that brings this to mind. But I really like songs from stuff that make you feel something, even if you don't know anything about the place, right? And my favorite kind of that music almost killed me, is music that gives a very strong and prevalent feeling of something bad happened in this place. It's a very specific kind of feeling. The light piano notes from here are the first thing that I think of. Like, this is always the stuff. This is always what comes to mind when I think of songs like that. Some other ones off the top of my head are, there's the lava level from Shovel Knight, which I don't remember the name of. It has, like, ruins in the background, and there's an abandoned city, like, deep underground. Another one is Snow Peak from Twilight Princess as well. It sounds like something is wrong. Like, something terrible happened here. You know? There's something, like a memory, a ghost of something in this place. And even if you don't know what it is, it's there. And its impact, that was a good timing. Its impact, it'll linger. And it does linger in the music. It's very good. I really like songs like that. I'm trying to talk and focus at the same time, and it's not happening. Fuck! So I gotta stand on this side of the rock and then move forward. So otherwise it kills me. But I really like songs like that. Well, keep talking while I'm trying to get through here. So when the spirit tree's light faded, its power stopped being able to support the elements. And, like... There's two? Is there another one? Sweet. Oh, we needed one of those. I am almost out of life. When the spirit tree's light faded, its power stopped being able to support the elements. The elements of waters regulated the flow. Oops. The flow of water throughout Nibel through the Ginzo tree, and the element of warmth keeps the temperatures in check. I assume it might also keep Mount Horu in check? I am not 100% certain about that. Because we haven't gotten there yet, and I don't remember off the top of my head. Presumably, the element of winds kept the wind flowing throughout the forest. So, how long after the forest was blinded did it take for them to fail? Was it immediate? Is what I'm wondering. Was it an instantaneous thing that happened? The way that the Gumon are portrayed here looks like it happened pretty quickly. Like, it was possibly an immediate but like really long expulsion of energy, of freezing winds that just froze everything. Like, it exploded and then it kept going for some time. I'm all the way back down here. I don't know why that killed me, because it didn't kill me the first round through. Like, yeah, but like it exploded and then it kept going. I don't know why I did that. But anyway, yeah, so it exploded and then just kept going for some time. Which... that's like... I mean, quite frankly, that's just fucking horrific to me. It sounds horrible. The Gumon froze to death in their own city, but they were alive long enough to understand what was happening. They aren't frozen in place. There are so many Gumon at the door to the ruins, trying to escape and like reaching out to the exit as they were frozen to death. It just does not feel like a split-second thing to me. And that's... It's horrific to think that it happened like that, but it's also just tragic. The spirit tree trusted the Gumon enough to ask them to protect the element of winds. And they used the magic of the spirit tree to make incredible advancements in, I guess, magical technology, like all these floating rocks and this thing that up here, I am assuming, which is, I believe, the container for the element of winds. Their city is built around it, around the spirit tree's magic. It's all over the place. And they gained greatly from this the partnership, and I'd say that they gained even more than the spirit tree, because there's, like, it's everywhere, you know? And all they did was keep this safe, you know? But there's nothing to state that, like, they were stealing from the spirit tree or, like, doing it under his nose against his will. He trusted them. And they died. And they died because of that trust. The very thing that they protected and harnessed and cared enough about to keep safe killed them. And then they were just gone. And in such a horrible way. In such a horrible manner. Freezing, their whole race freezing to death at the same time. It's... I have a lot of feelings about it. I'm gonna listen to Sign, but I have a lot of feelings about it. It's just very good story-wise, to me. The element of winds lies before us, stored in the heart of this place. Hi, Gumo. How you doing? These ruins are all that is left of the Gumon, reminding us of their fate. Losing the ones that he loved, Gumo is the last of his kind. Ori, we shall bring back the light. For Nibel and the memory of the Gumon, let us restore the element of winds. Let's go. I don't remember how to float. This is another escape section. Let's go. Moved by their words, he decided to act. Here we go. Let's go! Woo! 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 Oh, there's shit falling! Ah! Shoot me, fucker. Let's go! You ain't got nothing on this. The ball. Oh, that's going, that's going, that's going. Okay. This is frantic. Oh my god! Holy shit! Woo! 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 Oh my god! Jesus Christ, I can't see anything. Oh no, they put ice spikes in like this tiniest little fucking place. Oh my god! Holy crap. Oh my god, did I do that first try? Holy shit! Oh my god, that was so fucking nerve-wracking. Jesus Christ! I can't believe I did that first fucking try. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, so it's just horrible. There's other questions that it kind of raises, because like I was confused still. Yeah, there's a cutscene here. I was confused still as to why the Gumon seal was in the Misty Woods. Like, maybe it was just put there as a safeguard, or like an extra key to the house, just in case that like something like that happened and they got sealed in. Kasai knew about it about the key in the Misty Woods, and she told us it was there, but that was kind of the extent of it. I kind of thought maybe Gumo had put it there, but it seems like perhaps he didn't know, which is fucked up in its own way. Or maybe the ruins sealed themselves when the element failed as like a safeguard. There's no one outside the ruins, so it makes me think that it was sealed before it happened, and that was why they couldn't leave. So yeah. This is important. This is fucked up too. learned how they perished through our light. All along, she was simply protecting her last child. This section is so fucking nerve-wracking. Oh my god. Yeah. A line of bad coincidences that just led to tragedy. Alright. Oh no! Ah! I almost didn't make that. That would have been bad. I do know what I have to do here. Break that. There's the spider. I don't get any experience from the spider. This should be easy. This part's easy. It's just nerve-wracking. Fuck. It's really cool how they portrayed fuck me. It's really cool how they portrayed the spirit tree as like, we barely escaped from her clutches this time. It's clear now why she hunts us. Kuro is just protecting her child. But remember, Ori, the element of warmth is the last to ignite. The sunstone we seek, high atop Sorrow Pass. We must ride the winds, for they will show us the path. Cool. Yeah, it's cool how the music and the way that the cutscene was laid out portrayed the spirit tree as the monster in that event, because it kind of was, because it killed her kids like that, and it was just it's really good. But so next episode, did I get everything here? It says I only have 98%, which means I'm missing something, and I don't know what I'm missing. I can't go back either. I mean, I can because there's a teleport point, but I don't know what I didn't get. So, it might be up somewhere. I'm not sure. Yeah. We're getting close to the end of the game. I don't know if I want to do it next episode or if I want to do it just before we go into Mount Horu. But I would like to have an episode where I go and just collect some stuff. Just kind of chat about the game. Because you know what? Fuck this shit. Hold on. Yeah, there was no fucking way. Yeah, but I'd like an episode where I just go and, like, collect stuff for a while. Because, I just like to get all that out of the way beforehand. But I also don't want to do it off screen. Because I feel like it feels weird to me sometimes doing stuff off screen, because I'm like I got it legitimately. I don't know, I just feel kind of funky not doing it in a video is all. It feels weird to me. Be gone. Alright, so I'm right here. I'm over by this, like, waterfall area again. So next episode, I'm either going to go do a collection episode and, like, get a bunch of stuff. I might wait until we get, because we only have, oops, wrong one, sorry. We only have one more ability to get. I don't know, I assume it's up there. I don't remember what it is. I don't remember what the last ability is, so I think it's up top. In the area that we're going to. So I think it would probably be better if we went and did that area, got that last ability, and then we don't have to worry about coming back for anything else. And then the second to last episode, because I think what I'm gonna do is that the final episode is gonna be all of Mount Horu, like I just did all of the Forlorn Ruins. It'll be the final dungeon, fully done. And then the episode before that, we'll do a collection episode where I go and get all the shit across the map, so that we have it for that final episode to make everything easier. Also, I'm 1% away from greatness. I just noticed. I have also died 210 times, which is fucking ridiculous. Jesus Christ. We have so many ability cells to collect. I hope I didn't forget an energy cell down in that area, because I don't know how many the map doesn't show them yet. I'm just stalling at this point. This episode has run pretty long, I'm fairly certain, but that's okay. I wanted to talk about all that stuff because that section is the one that always comes to mind every time I think about it when I hear stuff like that in games. And I love it so much, that kind of music, so I did want to talk about it. And now I know for sure that I've talked about it before, because, again, it's always that. So, I'm gonna end the episode off here. Thank you all so much for joining me on this adventure, and I hope you'll come with me for the next one. We're gonna go get that sunstone next episode, I think. I'm pretty certain that we're gonna go do that for sure, so. Bye!